Brothers, life is too short. Who has time? Everyone is running. Everyone wants to be famous. We earn, we spend, but we don't save. We are riders, explorers. We earn nature's love. We spend our nights with burning oil. We save memories because we are riders.
After a long journey, we are at last at Mangan. This is our first night in the beautiful state of Sikkim. We woke up early due to the excitement of the trip and were immediately greeted with the mesmerizing view of the hills from the window of our hotel, which is owned by Mr. Gurudongmar. The weather was splendid, and while spinning on the morning tea provided by our hotel proprietor, we had a hard time believing that we had left Kolkata just few hours before. But we had miles to go before dark, and in the hills, it's always good to have more time in hand in case some unforeseen problem arises. So we moved our lazy backside and started the pre-ride preparation. After getting dressed up, we went to fill the petrol tanks of our bike to the full capacity, as this was the last petrol pump before Gurudongmar. We thanked a bit our temporary goodbye to Mr. Guru Agarwal, who helped us immensely in arranging our accommodation, road permit, and gave valuable guidance regarding the road conditions. Please listen to the short talk we had with him.
कितने को मालूम नहीं है क्या मंगन बोल के मंगन में भी होता है, तो मैं मंगन में यहाँ से आपका होटल कहीं परमिट वगैरह सारा हो जाता है. दूसरे जगह में गैंगटॉक वगैरह गए 2 दिन, वो बेस्ट हो 2 दिन मतलब ऐसे चल जाएगा, तो उससे बेहतर आपको रहेगा क्या मंगन आ जाइए डायरेक्ट. मंगन से मैं आपको होटल भी कर दूंगा और परमिट भी साथ में हो जाएगा होटल के साथ में. ऐसे तो मंगन में मतलब गुड्डू भाई बोल के सबको ही जानते हैं. गुड्डू भाई के नाम से आप बोल सकते हैं मुझे, और अग्रवाल गुड्डू बोल के अपना होटल है मंगन में. मंगन है, लाचुंग है. नॉर्थ में मतलब प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा. आप लोग आइए, आके मतलब देखिए कैसे क्या है, यहाँ का व्यू अच्छा है.
We left Mangan and headed straight to Thangu Valley, situated 90 kilometers away, which is situated just before Gurudongmar Lake. Thangu is a small hamlet which serves as the lunch pad for the people going to Gurudongmar Lake. Staying at Thangu allows you to reach the lake early and enjoy the view for a longer time. Well, telling that we headed straight to Thangu is wrong. It's more like we curved, leaned, and sneaked our way to Thangu through the beautiful green hills and the calm nature. The road condition was very good, and none of wasted much time in utilizing the power and torque of our bikes. We leaned our bikes and explored the curves to their full potential, enjoying ourselves like only the plain and bikers who visit the hills once in a year can. Though some of us have been mountaineers before, but the thrill and the excitement never gets old. For me, this is the really first time in the hills. You can spot me easily as the rider with the green bag on the blue Dominar. Being my first time, there are a lot of mistakes I have made, but my brothers are always there with their untiring support and encouragement.
Jojo, 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 Jojo.
Water crossings are particularly difficult for me, and I even had a fall. But I was pushed up by my brothers and we have continued our journey. After crossing some waterfalls and bad roads, we reached the checkpost at Lachin and completed the paperwork. Then we stopped for some food and rest in Lachin. We spent some time at Lachin eating our heart's content. The food was pretty good, and everyone was extremely hungry as they had eaten nothing since morning. We posed, we joked, we made pointless discussions over coffee, chow mein, and momo, which is mandatory to have when you visit Sikkim. Then we geared up again and left for the rest of our journey. The weather was changing as the sun was going down. The air was turning colder, the clouds rolled in as the sunlight dimmed. The roads had some bad spots, but we still cautiously speed up, and it was desirable to complete the journey before it became completely dark. Then we met a disaster. As I said earlier, you need to have some time in your hand when you are riding in the hills to deal with unforeseeable conditions. This was a perfect example. One of our members who was riding an impulse got stuck. His bike won't climb anymore. We started getting worried and it was getting dark and we had still 20 kilometers to cover before we reached Thangu. We tried a lot of things to the best of our technical knowledge, but the bike won't respond to any amount of coaxing and coddling. When we are at our wit's end, we found unexpected help from a nearby hut. As if by God's grace, the people of the hut came to our rescue. The lady at the hut agreed to keep the bike and park there and look after it till we came back. She reassured us to keep the bike there and complete our journey without a thought about the bike's well-being. We got one more example of the simplicity and the helpfulness of the people living on the hills, and we are humbled by it. So relieved of our burden, we continued our journey and reached Thangu Valley. We were staying the night at Dragon Homestay. Though we enjoyed our every bit of the day's journey, still we are tired. And after having some hot water and dinner, we went to sleep. We woke up on the next day and we are all refreshed. And we are immediately cheered up by the view from our room. It was literally a very good morning for all of us.
This is a fresh morning from Thangu Valley.
Dressed up quickly and left for Gurudongmar lake. As we are going to come back to the hotel from Gurudongmar, we left our luggage there. For some time, everything was going good, but then suddenly my bike stopped working. My fellow brothers managed to fix it with their combined knowledge, and we were again on our way. We couldn't shoot the army camp because some security reasons, and we continued to the lake. We finally reached Gurudongmar Lake, situated at 17,000 feet. At last, our dreams come true. What would fall short describing the picturesque scenario of the place? The blue lake was surrounded by ice-capped white peaks. The reflection of the blue sky and the mountain peaks in the still water of the lake was pretty mind-blowing. The atmosphere was so cold and serene. After spending some time in the heavenly place, we started our journey back. We then stopped for snacks and tea at the 15,000 cafe, which is fully operated and maintained by the Indian Army. And an army personnel put the sticker of our group, the nomadic W letter, on the board of the cafe.
ये है क्या सर, ये तो बताओ। ये हम लोगों का ग्रुप है, बाइक का ग्रुप है। अच्छा, सब मिलके एक साथ घूमता है।
While we return, let me take a few lines to introduce the person whose bike had stopped on our journey to Thangu. He is Gairik. Though this is his first group ride to the hills, he is a seasoned professional rider and rallyist who has completed like Raid the Himalaya, Dakshin There and many more. As it can be understood, he is very passionate about his riding. So, in spite of a few mishaps, the freezing weather and some other problems, we have completed our dream of riding Gurudongmar Lake. And we returned to our homestay at Thangu, which is also accommodated by Mr. Guddu Agarwal. After having lunch there, we left towards our next destination, Lachung. Please stay tuned for the next part.